Bola Tinubu's victory stands. Presidency warns Peter Obi, Atiku, and others. Can you imagine? So Buhari and his presidency are warning Peter Obi and Atiku and others that Tinubu's victory stand. How? Is this military dictatorship? Judiciary must do the needful. Everybody is putting hands on deck to ensure that the right thing was done. Okay? You cannot coerce Nigerians to accept what is not right. Presidency is making a mistake here, except they want to unleash another level of mayhem to the public, to the citizens, because I know that's the logo of APC. Okay, despite alleged irregularities and harsh criticism of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the presidency has stated that the results of the February 25 presidential and National Assembly elections will stand until otherwise proven in court. Punch reports. Okay, so let's ensure that they don't also go and influence the court, because they are all the judges are their appointees, and then they will go and influence them. Okay, Punch said that the president also ruled out the possibility of annulling the presidential elections, as was done in June 12, 1993, instead advising dissatisfied opposition candidates to seek redress in court. Yeah, it's ongoing. Malam Garba Shehu, the president's senior special assistant on media and publicity, revealed this in a piece, chronicling key takeaways from the president's recent trip to Doha, Qatar, where he attended the 5th United Nations Summit on least developed countries. Can you imagine? So when they go those places, where did they go talk? Just go there to mark register, then you go come back. Now, wow. Long before INEC declared the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu the winner of the election, the opposing People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party called for the election to be cancelled due to irregularities. In a press conference held in Abuja on Monday, February 27, the vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the Labour Party Ifeanyi Okowa and Yusuf Dati respectively demanded fresh elections nationwide, claiming that INEC failed to transmit results electronically from the BVAS to the Agrieved portal immediately after collation at polling units. They didn't want to do it. However, the electoral umpire went ahead with the collation process, which resulted in Tinubu receiving over 8 million votes to become president-elect. The ruling APC and the opposing PDP and Labour parties have formed legal teams to fight in court. Advertisements. Okay. However, according to the presidency, Buhari remained circumspect about INEC's criticism by wishful thinkers because he had long decided not to make any decision that would jeopardize the electoral process. President Buhari not only quieted himself after the cacophony, but he also increased his international travel. That is what he's good in doing. Bola Tinubu's election stance: go to court if you are aggrieved and have the locus to do so, the statement said. According to the presidency, in the run-up to President Buhari's trip to Qatar, he faced orchestrated attempt to poison public opinion against national institutions, particularly the presidential election and the conduct of the Independent National Electoral Commission as an institution, against which vile and unsubstantiated allegations were leveled. Okay, the clear intent of this was to create an atmosphere of fear, polarizing the public and demonizing the president's administration. Shehu says, no, now it's the APC logo. Nobody demonizing. Okay, what the people already, APC has polarized the country, has polarized everywhere. Okay, this government is about the worst in the history of Nigeria. That is the truth. Wishful thinkers seem to believe that the June 12, 1993 election crisis, the worst since the Civil War, could be recreated. That is not the intent. The intent is to right the wrong. Those who sought to do so forgot what the president said at the Bongwon Jos Palace, okay, when he visited the city to launch Tinubu's Shetima campaign. This election will not be annulled. Whoever wins will be president. Buhari's several iterations to world leaders in Qatar about handing over to a new president on May 29 were echoed by the presidential spokesman. The president spoke with Iranian Vice President Mohsen Mansouri on Tuesday, calling for continued economic cooperation with the next administration, particularly in the sectors of energy, infrastructure, and culture. President Buhari also urged Nigerians in Qatar to back Tinubu's administration so that Nigeria can continue to be a beacon of hope and prosperity in our continent, as well as an example for other African countries to follow. Nigeria does not have a better example for other African countries to follow. Let's not deceive ourselves. Okay, so what he's saying that Tinubu's victory stand is against the wish of the people, and I just hope that the court will do the needful. The court will not go and cause problem, because what we are seeing is compromised judiciary, compromised INEC, because all of these people that are heading these parastatals are actually appointed by the executives, which is also in power. I've never seen where Attorney General of the Federation will be a card-carrying member of a party like Malami is doing. INEC, I'm sure INEC is supposed to be neutral, but now has been purchased by the ruling All Progressive Congress in Nigeria. And that is why he's working to their dictates. The case of he who pays the piper, they take the tone, is what is determining the behavior and the performance of the INEC chairman at this moment. Quite unfortunate. And Buhari cannot tell us that Tinubu's victory still stands. Okay? Because the victory came up on a very faulty platform. It has to be contested, and it is not over until it is over. Okay? Data will speak, and then INEC should do the needful, and what is his name? Judiciary should also do the needful. Otherwise, they are most likely looking for anarchy in this country. What is coming ahead is, I don't think any mind has perceived or imagined it, because it's going to be very bad. If we don't get it right this time, it means that Nigeria is probably doomed forever. Our trend is always downwards. Quite unfortunate. When Goodluck Jonathan was leaving, they said his administration was too corrupt, and that Buhari will fight corruption. Buhari came over, and now we find out the Buhari's administration is the worst in the history of Nigeria, and people begin to like Jonathan more than Buhari. Now Buhari is going, Tinubu is entering. Obviously, we are going to say Buhari's administration is better than Tinubu, because the way Tinubu is going to be a dictator in Agbada. That is how we see it. This Muslim ticket is ill-nurtured and ill-minded, ill-planned against the populace, against the citizens of Nigeria, especially those of the Christian faith. It's quite unfortunate that we're in this position, but God will deliver Nigeria. The good news is that Nigerians are no longer docile. Things are being done now at different forms, at different levels, at different fora to get the wrong thing corrected. Okay, and so I think that is enough platform for God to write on it to get Nigeria delivered from the captivity, from the hand of Nigerian politicians who are corrupt and hell-bent to make Nigeria until it crashes. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.